Welcome back to the Extra Mile. It's a two-man race to the finish here at the Illinois Marathon, the 11th annual. And once again, just like last year, we've got a great finish setting up with our race expert, Kyle O'Brien. These guys along Hessel Boulevard. They're coming down the stretch here past mile 25, Kyle. And I don't know if we can ask for anything better than this.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, in a matter of minutes, both these guys are going to come into the stadium. Who knows who's going to come out on top? I mean, it looks like Zablocki's in about the worst position you can imagine right now. He's got somebody sitting right on his shoulder with, what, maybe 3/4 of a mile to go. It'll be interesting.
We've been saying this all morning that Christopher Zablocki is in a bad position, and yet he's still leading at this point. Is that a surprise?
I'm very surprised. I mean, this kid's a workhorse. He's been out there for a long time right now, and he just keeps pushing.
It looks like Wilson Chumweno may be making a move here as they are getting set to cross Neal Street right now. A two-man race to the 11th annual Illinois Marathon, and this is setting up to be a photo finish just like last year when Wilson Chumweno finished in a tie. That's something we had never seen before, or at least I hadn't, and you had said that was very rare.
Oh yeah, I'd never seen that before last year, and maybe that played into Wilson's strategy this year. Maybe he's waiting until the last possible minute to make a big move and make sure he actually gets that victory this year instead of a tie.
We're excited to bring you the finish here and what's setting up to be a photo finish at the 11th annual Illinois Marathon. Wilson Chumweno and Christopher Zablocki just went under the bridge there on Neal Street. The train tracks coming onto Stadium Drive here, and this is the final mile. We're less than a half mile, and at this point, if you're leading, if you're Zablocki, I mean, how do you keep the finish here?
At this point, for the leader, for Zablocki right now, strategy's out the window. He's got to go as hard as he can from here to the finish. Now, Chumweno can play strategy a little bit better. All he's got to do is hold on to Zablocki and make one big move and pass him before the finish line.
Okay, so we're not professional. You are a professional. Our audience is, by and large, not a professional. How do you kind of get the last effort out of your bones here and out of your muscles as you've just run 26 miles? You've got 0.2 to go. You don't want to blow this opportunity now. How do you do this?
Well, these guys know their bodies better than you can imagine, so they know every bit of energy that they're expending. They know every bit of energy that they have left, so they'll get the most out of it, guaranteed.
And Zablocki here looks like he's winded, and Wilson Chumweno has appeared to take the lead here in the final stretch, and he looks like he's about ready to push it. And just like you said, Kyle, it all comes down to this. The experience last year, he figured out maybe that let's just save it for the 0.2.
That's what he had to do, and we'll see how it works out to him. But there goes Zablocki, passed him again. So we've got quite a race here. Who knows what's going to happen?
How much do they have left in the tank? That's the big question here as they go down Stadium Drive. We're about to enter into Memorial Stadium in just a matter of minutes, and we're on a record pace right now. 2:20:34 is the Illinois Marathon record. We've had perfect conditions out here all day, and now they're going side by side, and that's really the fun part about this, right?
We've seen 3 lead changes in the last half mile here. This is ridiculous. You don't see racing like this at the end of a marathon very often. You've got 26 miles to sort it out. I think maybe Wilson's going to get it right this year.
And it just looked like Zablocki maybe stuttered a step there and maybe lost his step as we're looking live at the leader cam here. Now a sizable lead. This is the biggest lead we've seen of the day, at least in the last couple of miles at the finish here. And we're going to get a great chance down the tunnel here as Wilson Chumweno is trying to make some history after finishing in a tie last year. He is trying to win this thing outright this year, and he's got a great chance to do it, and he's going to do it in record time as long as there's no mistakes here. Here's the final finish down the stretch at the Illinois Marathon. Let's cheer him on here at Memorial Stadium as he's about to finish the Illinois Marathon, and this is proven to be Wilson Chumweno's time. Listen to the crowd. Chumweno, after finishing in a tie last year, is your 2019 Illinois Marathon champion in record time. And Kyle, he just shattered that record time, almost 2 minutes.
Absolutely. Looked like he was about 2:18:15 at the finish, so 2 minutes and 20 seconds ahead of the course record time. Wilson Chumweno ran the perfect race today. He learned from last year. He waited till the perfect time to make his move, and we saw the results.
What a race. I didn't know if he was going to have it in there. Christopher Zablocki looked like he ran a great race as well, led for the what, 26 miles there, or at least close to it, to the final point, too. And Wilson Chimweno, maybe he had that planned all along.
He could have. It looked like that was a strategy today. Christopher Zablocki, hats off to him. I mean, he made that race. Wilson Chimweno just happened to win it.
How much do you think last year played into this, knowing that, hey, he had, you know, it was close last year. I mean, we had a photo finish last year. Both guys were running last year until the very end. Do you think running the course, knowing what this was about, and then the conditions today, how much did that play a factor into what he was able to do and how he was able to do it?
Oh, those were huge factors. I mean, just the fact that he was here last year, he tied for the win last year. He knew everything about the course, knew everything about the race, and then these conditions today were perfect for running fast. So I think he knew he was going to have a big day, played his strategy perfectly.
Now, the time's still unofficial, but we're not even to the record at this point. I mean, we're past a minute of Wilson Chimweno winning the 11th Annual Illinois Marathon, and 2:20:34 was the record. We're still almost a minute from that. Give us a sense of how fast this time was.
Well, I mean, you look at the old record, it was 2:20:35. That's roughly 5 minutes and 20 seconds a mile. He ran 2:18 and change today. That's about 5:15 a mile. So he's running 5 seconds a mile faster than the record pace for 26 miles. So he did quite a bit of work today. He ran great.
And this is also a Boston Marathon qualifier, is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how does this qualifies him to get into the Boston Marathon, first of all, right? And then how does that time stack up from maybe the world competitors and the elite of elites?
So take the exact race that he ran today. If he would have run that at Boston last week, he probably would have finished in the top 20 or so.
Okay, and that's a big payday. Wilson Chimweno is going to win $3,000 today. He doesn't have to split anything, and that's a big improvement from last year. But as we've talked all along, those elite of elite racers, they're running tens of thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the bigger marathons like a Boston or New York, the top 10, top 15, they're making tens of thousands of dollars. The winners in those marathons make six figures, so it's quite a payday.
And we're going to have Wilson Chimweno standing by live for us in just a couple of minutes, and we're going to talk to him about what this experience meant for him and to come back and get some redemption. But we've also just passed this mark time of last year. So our time and our winner last year was just about this time, and we've been chatting here for a few minutes. But we've got Wilson Chimweno live with Paul and Jennifer, I believe, and I'm curious to see and hear what this meant to him, guys.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so happy that we're able to say congratulations, Wilson. You won first place by yourself.
Pardon?
You won this all by yourself this year.
Yes. I won this. It was not really easy today because the guys was very tough.
And did you want to come back after how things finished last year? Did that give you extra motivation to win this thing alone this year?
Yes, you know, last year I won with a tie with an Ethiopian guy, and this year I went and prepare well so that I can win without a tie.
And your time was fast. I do believe that this was a course record.
Yeah.
How did it feel to you?
I feel very great for the time I ran today. This is my best time, personal best. Yes, this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And this obviously a Boston Marathon qualifying time, so this race is, so you must be happy about where you position yourself now.
Yes, I'm very happy with my position for this year. I'm very great that I will come back next year again.
And Wilson, I have to ask, will you be back in 2020?
Yes, I will be here 2020.
This is your race.
Thank you, yes.
Can you beat this time?
Pardon?
Can you beat this time next year?
Yes, I will beat.
I love that confidence. Thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Welcome, thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back with the Extra Mile.